He jests at scars that never felt a wound. But soft, what light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief. That though her maid art far more than fair than she, but not her maid, since she is envious. Her vestal livery is but sick and green, and none but fools do wear it. Cast it off. It is my lady, oh, it is my love. That she know she were. She speaks, and yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eyes discourse. I will answer it. I am too bold. 'Tis not me she speaks. To the fair stars in all the heavens, having some business, do entreat her eyes to twinkle in their spheres till they return. What if her eyes were there, they in her head? The brightness of her cheek would shame those stars, as daylight doth lamp her eyes in heaven. Would through the airy regions steam so bright that birds would sing and think it were not night. See how she leans, her cheek upon her hand. Oh, if I were that glove upon her hand, that I might touch that cheek.
Aye, me?
She speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel, for thou art as glorious to this night, being over here my head, as is a winged messenger of heaven, unto the white, upturned wandering eyes of mortals that fall back to gaze on him. And when he bestrides the lazy pacing clouds and sails upon the blossom of the air.
O Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father, and refuse thy name, or if thou wilt not be, but swear my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more, or shall I speak at this?
'Tis worry thy name, that is my enemy. Thou art myself, though, not a Montague. What's a Montague? It's not hand nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What's in a name? That which we will call a rose. By any other name would smell as sweet. So, Romeo, were he not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection which he owes. Without that title, Romeo, doff thy name, and for that name, which is no part of thee, take all myself.
I take thee at thy word. Call but love, and I will be new baptized. Henceforth I will never be Romeo.
What man art thou, thou thus be screened in right, so stumblest on my counsel?
By a name. I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name is Dear Saint. It is hateful to myself, because it is an enemy to thee. It had written that tear the word.
My ears have not yet drunk 100 words of that tongue's uttering, yet I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo and a Montague?
Neither, fair maid, if neither thee dislikes.
How comest thou hither? Tell me, and wherefore? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and the place disconcerting. Who art thou? If any of my kinsmen find thee here.
With love's wings did I, dear, erect these walls, for stony limits cannot hold love, or hold love out, and that love can do that dares love attempt. Therefore thy kinsmen are no stop to me.
If they do see, they will murder thee.
Alack, there lies no peril in thine eyes, that 20 of their swords, look thou but sweet, I am proof against their enmity.
I would not for the word they saw there here.
I have night's cloak to hide me from their eyes. And but thou love me, let them find me here. My life were better ended by their hate, than death prolonged, wanting thy love.
By whose direction found saint thou on this place?
By love that first did prompt me to inquire. He lent me counsel, and I lent him his eyes. I am no pilot, yet were thou out as far as vast shores washed with the furthest sea, I would adventure for such merchandise.
Thou knowest the mask of night is on my face, else would a maiden blush bepaint my cheek, for that which thou hast heard me speak tonight. Fain would I dwell on form, fain Denny. What have I spoke but farewell compliment? Dost thou love me? I know thou wilt say I, and I will take thy word. Yet if thou swearest saint, thou mayst prove false at lovers' perjuries. They say Jove laughs, O gentle Romeo. If thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully. Or if thou thinkst I am too quickly won, I'll frown and be perverse and say thee nay. So thou wilt woo, but else not for the world. In truth, fair Montague, I am too fond, and therefore thou mayest think my behavior light. But trust me, gentlemen, I'll prove more true than thou that have more cunning to be strange. I should not have been more strange, I must confess, but that thou overheardst here I was where my true love's passion, therefore pardon me. And not in mute this yielding to light love, which the dark night hath so discovered.